Alright everyone, welcome back. Today we've got the many faces of Nova. Nova, she is a very special frame. I love Nova. She's awesome. Very specialized, very specialized, I'll give her that. And her builds do have conflicting polarities. You may want to keep your normal Nova, as well as get a Nova Prime a little bit later. Arcanes, you'll see they don't really change between the two builds, but a lot changes over here. Like that's a 100% swing. That's a almost 150% swing. So what's going on? Let's cover her abilities first. Let's head to the abilities screen. That's just gonna make things easier. Passive, yeah, who cares? Not terribly special. Null Star. Animart, it's a neat little thing. I mean, normally it gives us a little video. This is letting us down. Thanks, good old UI. But the main thing here, antimatter particles. Currently you've got 15. They scale with duration. You can't go up too high. I think the cap is something like 18, 16 or 18, something like that. I don't really go too high into that. But each particle you have gives you 5% damage reduction. Let's demonstrate that. Each of those little balls, 5% damage reduction. That's nice. I'm at 15 right now, so that is 70% damage reduction before adaptation. Yeah, that's nice. Antimatter drop. A nice little nuke. You do have to charge it up, but we'll show it off. Wormhole. Teleportation. Always nice in Warframe. And primer. The capstone. Her bread and butter and the whole steak dinner. Kind of expensive. Radius isn't terribly important. The slow percentage is capped at 70% or 75%, and we'll go into that a little bit more. There we go. Kind of just want to show them off real quick. Success chance molecular fission. That's something weird. That has to do with the augment. Duration is what you want for Nova. I mean, nothing else really matters. There's a kind of a sprint build for Nova that's been totally replaced by Archwing and K-Drives. I don't think there's anything terribly confusing in the tips, but we'll cover them as well. It does cover the antimatter drop quite nicely. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. They are kind of out of order. Yeah, that is a beautiful breakdown of her abilities. So first of all, we'll cover this. You don't need that, and you do not need that. For Speedva, you do need that, and so I had to put it there. These polarities are kind of all wrong. You can fiddle with them as much as you like or don't like. 16 on this one. You can go up to the max, which is like 306. I think that is 18 or 19. You can't... I don't think you can go past 19. In fact, let's go ahead and test it. And where's narrow-minded? Max narrow-minded. There we go. 306, the maximum duration. Okay, so you can only get 18 for a maximum of 90% damage reduction. If you want to build for that, go for it. I did grab the augment on both, because when killed, you get another null star charge, and you have a 100% chance of getting another one. So you prime enemies, you kill one, you get 2 back. This is sick. I love this so much. Speedva does something very different, but we're just going to run through her kit. 1. Damage reduction. With some enemies spawned, you can eventually lose that, so you do kind of want negative range, because they do fly away, and they're not particularly lethal. And I'm losing my damage reduction right now. Yeah, that's not great. But if you're playing Nova, generally you're going to be priming everything anyways. You'll notice I can't recast it either. That's a problem. So let's go ahead and cast the 2. Yeah, it floats kind of slowly. Come on. It does scale with damage. I think it'll be easier to do it this way. There we go. And generally, when running Nova, I run an Ignis or an auto rifle kind of thing. Something that can hit a lot of targets fairly accurately. This is kind of just a leveling. Well, let's switch over to the loadout I have just for Nova. Tiburon Prime, Pox, and Legion. Oh wow, this was under a different patch. Oh, makes me a little bit sad. Does alright. I like Tiburon just because of how accurate it is. Let's get a little bit closer. These enemies are primed. I can now snipe them in the head. Tiburon normally doesn't do that. I mean, Tib Prime is stellar. I'm also running a viral build, just because this is kind of a general thing, not too specialized. I have the Pox out. Full strip. The sound effects on the Pox. What are we doing? Throwing nuclear slugs? Sure feels like that. But look at that. Just decimated them. Totally. And I mean, that's full strip. Tib Prime's gonna just absolutely demolish them now, especially on a viral build. That's kind of why I've got the combo out. You prime them, you strip armor, and Tiburon Prime. That was 3 rounds. Look at that. Just stellar work. Nova's one of the amazing frames in the game. This is just using the Slova build I showed off earlier. Now, duration affects how far the 4 goes. To show off just kind of that 75% is the maximum, let's go with all the strength we can get. We've got Umbral Intensify, Constitution, I don't want ones that'll force something weird to happen, but 322%. And remember, at base it's 30, and we got up to 75% on the 150. That's still 75%, guys. It has a cap. Sorry. There are other slows in the game, but for Nova, the slowest you can go is 75%. And on the topic of slow, we also have Speedva. Now, how does a Speedva work? Well, it works by getting your ability strength down to nothing. See how that that slow is minus 60%? Yeah, that means it gives them a speed buff to plus 60% to their speed. Yeah, if you want to clear a defense mission in 2 minutes, that's right. That is a defense mission in 2 minutes. Get a Speedva. She does not need range, although this is kind of serving a few other things. That's why I'm running range on it. Yeah, this is super convoluted. Not quite. This was for testing. And this has been on there for a year for testing purposes. Oh wow. Oh wow. Guys, what excellent slot should we put up in there? Escape velocity. That's not a bad choice. That's perfectly reasonable. Power drift, we don't want any strength on here. Enemy sense. I'm kind of a fan of handspring right now. What's our sprint speed at? Where's rush? Yeah. Oh yeah. Make our Speedva very, very speedy. Although, I think our lightning dash is actually going to do... Yeah, because it does give us that extra electric, which is nice. Very nice. I love these conditional buffs. They give you just something to make the game a little bit more interesting. We've got plenty of duration. Not the max, we're only at 16, but I mean 80% damage reduction on top of... We've got Vitality, we've got Guardian, we've got Magus Repair on. She does not need adaptation or anything like that. The antimatter drop... Notice overextended is on here for the minus ability strength, not for the range. This is also kind of a speed build, just because we don't have a choice. And power donation is on there. If you don't have power donation, you don't need it. Yeah, that's... I cast it out. Oh, ooh. That's the perfect distance. And yes, you can loop these. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, just a little bit of teleportation fun. And you'll notice the primer still works. Oh, 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 oh. Just look at that. Oh. When a build comes together, that's amazing. Keep in mind, that one's not really stripped. That's what it normally takes. The whole mag is normally what it takes to put down one of these corrupted heavy gunners. But you prime them, you strip some armor, and just watch them fall. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys all like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I really hope this helps out those Speedva and Slova builds. Gets you guys using them how they should be. One final word of wisdom, if you're hunting liches with Nova, please take a Slova and watch the rad procs. It's no fun to slow down the whole team with max duration. Oh, yeah. Ask me how I know. Have a good one all.